I usually don't make these kinds of videos because I don't think they're that important, but patch 5.12 is currently in PBE and we're going to see some major changes in the way we experience Valorant. There's a lot to unpack, so here's the condensed version. Everything you need to know about the 5.12 patch. Breach's ultimate cost is increased from 7 points to 8. Chamber's Headhunter will have a larger spread after the second bullet, meaning that it'll be a lot more difficult to land shots if you're spamming. His rendezvous ability only lets you place down one anchor that can be teleported to if you're within range. The radius of the teleport area increased from 7.5 meters to 13. The anchor now has 50 HP rather than 80. If that anchor gets destroyed, you lose it for the rest of the round, but you can recall it without a cooldown. Chamber Trip now has an activation range like KJ's Alarm Bot. You can recall it mid-round without line of sight, and its HP increased to 20. Chamber's ultimate's fire rate is decreased by 57.5%, making it similar to an operator. Both the slows from his op and trip are reduced to 4 seconds. Cypher's tripwire now has 20 HP. Fade's Prowler's HP goes from 100 to 60. Harbor's High Tide ability lasts for 3 seconds longer. His Cascade ability also lasts for 2 seconds longer. KO's knife goes from 1 HP to 20, and he'll play a voice line that tells you how many targets you scan with the knife. It also costs him 8 points instead of 7 for his ultimate. KJ's ultimate has 50 more additional health, and her nanoswarms go from 1 HP to 20. Omen's blind goes from 300 credits to 250. Phoenix's wall goes from 200 credits to 150. Raze's Boombot has its health decreased from 100 to 60 HP. In contrast, her blast packs now has its health increased from 1 HP to 20. Sage's wall now fortifies a little slower, going from 3 seconds to 3.3 seconds. She can only heal herself for 30 HP rather than 60 HP, but she can heal allies for 100 HP rather than 60. I think this is a nice change. It provides more value to heal your teammates now. Sova's recon dart now has 20 HP instead of 1. Skye's dog now costs 300 credits instead of 250. But her heal is now cheaper at 150 credits rather than 200. Viper's ultimate now costs 8 points and it takes 25 seconds to recharge her smoke integrity, meaning that you have to stay inside of it longer to keep it up. On top of that, you can only stay outside of the ult for a max of 8 seconds. Yoru's TP now has 60 HP but costs 150 credits. There are also major damage interaction changes. Basically, abilities that output damage will now universally damage enemy objects. Brimstone, Phoenix, KO, Viper, and KJ mollies can now damage trips, walls, darts, etc. And you can also no longer destroy your teammates' utilities. They've also made some changes to the Spectre. It now does 26 damage within 15 meters, 22 damage within 30 meters, and 20 damage beyond 30 meters. That's about the gist of the 5.12 update. It'll be interesting to see what they keep and what gets changed in the final release. I'm looking forward to playing with these changes in the upcoming 6.0 update in January, where we will be saying goodbye to Bind and Breeze and see the return of Split. I'll leave the link to the full patch notes in the description if you want a more detailed version.